You were also the you were the athlete of the family. I mean, all the Jacksons are good athletes. I remember from your business.
Very good athletes, so Jermaine and Randy. But I played a lot of baseball, and I wanted to be professional. I wanted to be a professional baseball player, and, but I decided to stay with my brothers and continue singing with the brothers.
Yeah. Does Randy sleep in his hat? How you doing, my man?
Good.
The issue of the lawyers and the managers, is this pretty much over for you, Joe? I mean, I read that, you went through a time where you had to wonder whether your kids were reporting to you or I mean, did it ever happen that you had to talk with an agent? It never got like that, did it?
Yeah, well, like all the kids, when they reach a certain age, they want to do things on their own, all that sort of thing. But one thing I do admire that if there's any advice needed be, they always know the way back to the parents, give some kind of direction. As far as managing the kids, I was there until the contract expired, and from there is directions.
And the contract expired, well, there were several contracts, but when did you get out of it in a legal sense? A couple years ago, 85, 4?
About 84.
Yeah, how'd you feel?
I feel...
No, I mean, how'd you feel when that happened?
Well, naturally, that you saw some things that was going down that you wouldn't want to happen, but it happened, like separation of the kids and all that, doing different things. But there's nothing you can do but just take it as it comes and feel free to give them advice that they need.
You never had for a moment any doubt that your kids loved you?
Oh, yeah, they always did. Because, I'm the one that started it all and worked them very close.
Yeah.
It took a father to make a son,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Katherine, now let me just talk about you, Joe, with Katherine. How do you do emotionally? This was the quarterback of the team, and suddenly he had no real legal power over his own family.
He really didn't take it that brave like he's saying he did. He would talk to me at night, and he didn't like what was going on, but it was nothing he can do because the children were grown. And we had, if you have a family that's making money, you're going to have wolves out there, and they're going to be pulling after them. And they're going to be whispering in their ear and telling, and everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side. So,
you listening, Jermaine?
Yes, I am.
You know what mother means?
Very much.
Well, add to this, the whole music community comes down with lawyers and agents, and they know what's good for you. And you've been so enormously... Why are you laughing? Because he's not the one for this question?
No, Jeremy hears his father and he sees him on TV, and he's trying to find out how can he get here, I guess.
All right, well, come on up here.
He was walking up under the baby is walking up under the
Hi,
table.
Jeremy.
Okay. Look at this. We got us another music video here.
I'm sorry, but I had to do something.
That's okay. That's all right. Jermaine, we were talking about, give me your own insight on this and your own feelings when it looked like the family was, at least a lot of people appeared to be trying to fracture the family.
Well, it pretty much first started, I guess, when the success started. We started as a family unit, and there's a lot of people out there, as far as attorneys and accountants, who have done a lot of great things for the family. And also you have what you call the vultures who come around who wants to take for their own selfish greed. But I feel within myself, and as well as my brothers and sisters, that we've always had the right upbringing from our mother and father to know the difference from just who's who and being a great judge of character. So we really never let that affect us.
I don't see an egomaniac in this family, and that's hard to understand how at least... are you pointing at something? Jackie's pointing at Randy. No, there's no self-importance here.
That's not true.
No, it's not true.
Well, tell me.
That's not true. We don't have any egomaniacs.
That's what I'm saying.
In the family.
And I'm trying to understand how, because
when the kids were growing up, and just before they got got ready to come to Motown, I had a real good talk with them, and I told them what they were doing was just another job. It didn't, just because they were in show business, they were going to have a lot of people admiring them and really putting them up on a pedestal. But they're no better than anyone else, and this is how it is. It's like when they do cut their albums and all, it's just another job that they're doing. It's like someone else have to go to the steel mill or someone drive a truck because they want to. They're singing, and they're just fortunate enough to be in show business.
Mm-hmm. I think, Katherine, your wife makes the point that you apparently hurt inside at the time that this all started happening and the distractions of the business. Joe, do you want to fill in some blanks here? I'm just very curious to know how a father takes this when he looks up to discover he's got this mega hit of a family that he brought up. Tell me.
Well, how I felt at that time was my own feelings. I didn't let it come out, you know. I tried to hide it as much as I possibly could, you know. But naturally, it happens, you know. You get to a point where you can't help yourself, and then you have to deal with it as it comes. Just like, for instance, the Victory Tour. I went and got the greatest promoter I thought in the world to promote. Yeah, a promoter is a promoter. He can promote anything. That was Don King. And we had the most successful tour in the world. It had its problems, but because of the biggest tour in the world, it was the Jacksons, and we had a great show. But there was a lot of problems, people trying to muscle in. So we wound up as a joint venture on the tour, Don King and ourselves.
How do you keep a guy from charging you $800 to move a piano and standing there all day? Do you worry about that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you worry about a lot of side deals are being made in this type of situation. But, and believe me, there are a lot of side deals, you know, involving one of these tours, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I mean, from the T-shirts to the security to the tickets to the stadium to the concessions. Joe, nobody can oversee this with any efficiency.
Well, you have to have a lot of trust in the people that you're working with.
Yeah, that's all right. Can you come over here and sit with me? Can you come over here?
Jermaine's son.
This is Jermaine's son. Hello.
Hi, Jeremy.
I'm a very famous talk show host.
So you can watch the monitor.
That's right. What a beautiful child. So you see the grandkids a lot then, right?
Oh, yes.
Now, what's your day like? What do you, Joe, you know, do you get into music at all anymore? Do you...
No, what I'm working on now, I went into Las Vegas, and we started the Jackson Plaza there at 955 East Sahara.
Right.
And in that plaza, it's a lot of Boxing Hall of Fame, the Jackson Museum, also a club, and a lot of other fun house, things for kids to enjoy, and a lot of shopping stores and things of that sort.